Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another skating video. Today we're going to be talking about spins and how to improve them and just make them all around more stronger spins. So if you're ready, let's go to the tips. So first tip I'm going to talk about is holding and waiting around the curve in your spin. So this applies to forwards and back spins. So here I'm showing first a forward camel, and I'm making sure that I'm holding my knee. So I'm staying in the knee around the curve just enough so that the rest of my body can catch up. And the next spin I'm going to show is a back camel, and it's the same thing. I'm waiting around the curve. I'm staying in my knee, because if I lift too soon out of the knee when I start the spin, then the spin is just not going to be very good overall, and the rest of my body just won't have time to catch up, which in most cases leads to you falling out of the spin right at the beginning, or just having a very bad start to the spin, which then you have to try and save, and we all know that's really hard. I'm also showing an example in forward scratch spin, which might be a little bit easier to see and understand. Staying in the knee and doing a nice curve with the working leg is going to allow me to be nice and balanced in the spin and just be really stable right from the beginning, and then I have less problems with the rest of the spin. I'm going to show you how it looks when you make this mistake by rushing the curve way too quickly. In the slow-mo, it'll be easier to see. So after the 3 turn, I rush the curve way too quickly with my working leg, and I do save the spin, but the spin has so much more potential to be so much better if I just wait around that curve and don't rush the whole process. I know a lot of us make this mistake because we really want the spin to work well and to be super fast, so we put a little bit too much energy into it instead of really concentrating on just being gradual and waiting and being patient. So next tip I want to talk about is having a powerful and strong push at the beginning of your spins. I'll be showing a back scratch and a forward sit spin as my examples, and then an example of the mistake in a forward scratch spin. So as you can see in the back scratch, I'm really pushing at the beginning. I'm really making sure that I'm putting a lot of momentum into it and not having this kind of empty push. And so this might be the missing link as to why your spins are not getting faster. Yes, it's really important that the rest of the spin goes well to keep the speed, but the beginning is so important. You need to have enough strength to hold that spin and to make it faster at the beginning. And it's also important when you push, when it's a big and strong push, you don't want to lose your body or your form and lose complete control. Alright, so let's get on to the mistake. So I'm showing it in a forward scratch spin. So as you can see, it looks completely different from the other spins. The push is completely empty or just has no power and no strength, and you can see how it affects the rest of the spin. And it's almost like something is missing from this spin. So yeah, it's really important that you have enough strength and power, and you really add a lot of force to the beginning of the spin without messing up your posture or your hip alignment or anything in your body form. So last tip is with any spin where you are pulling in, so say a scratch spin or an I spin, split spin, Y spin, whatever you call it. I'm going to call it an I spin or Bielman, whatever. So the key here is to really gradually pull in. You don't want to rush the pull in, and you want to make sure, for example in the scratch spin, that you're pulling in at the same time as your arms, and not that the legs go first or the arms go first. But main thing is to gradually pull in with the spin. You don't want to rush this pulling in really fast, because it's just going to set the whole spin off of balance. And here you can see I'm doing it in the I spin. I am gradually pulling my leg to my body, and this just really helps with speed actually. So a lot of people think if they pull in really hard and pull in a lot, that it's going to make the spin faster, but actually it does the opposite. It might be fast right at the beginning, but then it will lose acceleration and speed very quickly. And by pulling in gradually, you're increasing the speed and allowing the speed to be carried out throughout the whole spin instead of something like a speed crash, almost like a sugar crash, if you know what I mean. Alright, so now let's get to the mistake, which I'll be showing in a back scratch. And as you can see, I'm pulling in super fast, not gradual at all, and then I lose balance at the end of the spin, and I'm actually cutting the spin short. I could be doing way more rotations if I just gradually pulled in. So just make sure that you're taking your time with these things. Slow and steady wins the race, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!